Hello and welcome, my name is Charlotte and I am the High Heel Stitcher. Today is not a normal Flosstube, it is going to be a WIP parade. So let's get straight into it. I am going to show you all the projects as at today. I know it's a little bit later than I originally wanted it to be, but I'm here now. So let's get started. I'm going to do what I haven't done before, and if I've finished the project in the year, I'm going to show that finish. So I will then do, this is what it looked like at the beginning of last year, 2023. This is what it looks like as at today, and if I finished it, I'll show you. I'm not going to show what the projects that I started and finished in the year. These are just the projects as from last year going into 2023 and 2024. If that made any sense, probably not, but let's get started. Right. If you are new, then welcome. I hope you like what you see. If you are returning, then buckle up. Hopefully it won't be too long, but we shall wait and see. So at the start of 2023 I had 18 projects. I had 13 new starts, 15 finishes, so I ended 2023 with 16 projects. Let's get started. So the first one is Dominic. In all honesty, I cannot find Dominic anywhere. So, picture of what it will look like when it's done. And Dominic got no love in 2023. Dominic is actually going to be a restart. I don't know when, but I do not like the fabric, so he will get a restart. As I said, he didn't get any love in 2023. He has 19,500 stitches, so I think that's about 3.5 pages. Do not like the fabric, so he's going to be a restart. I have the fabric, I have the floss, I just need to sit down and do it. So, project number 2 is, sorry, I got my computer behind you and I got my notes. Yeah, so project number 2 is map of Middle Earth map. This is a Heaven and Earth design chart. This was a freebie. This is what it will look like when it is done. This project was started on the 11th of May 2020 and I have a measly start. On this he got 14 days in 2023 and that is as far as I've got, so I'm about halfway through the first page. This is stitched on 28 count 1/1 full course. I am going to try and make this a focus piece in 2024. So last year he got 14 days and 4,157 stitches. There was so much confetti in this little island. Yes, hopefully I can get quite a bit of that done this year. I'm not gonna do set plans because I always do set plans and I never stick to them and then I get disappointed in myself because I haven't done them. So no set goals this year except doing one stack a month, which is the Plum Street Samplers stacks. One of them a month and I am happy. So that is my second project. Third is Giraffes at Sunset. Now this was actually finished in 2023. Started on the 13th of August 2020 and finished on the started on the 4th of May 2020 and finished on the 13th of August 2023. And it's a finish. I do apologise about this lighting. So this is stitched on an 18 count, just plain white Aida. And I did not like this fabric. It was just a piece that I got from a charity shop, and it was, if you can hear that, I do apologise. That is my husband. He's downstairs gaming. So that's that. This got 44 days and 13,110 stitches for completion. So I just need to get that washed, ironed and framed. Yes, there is somewhere in and around this area one stitch that is backwards, because Daryl did that. He wanted to have a little go, so he did it, and he does his stitches the opposite way to mine. So there is one stitch in here that is backwards, and I'm gonna leave it. So, yes, Giraffes at Sunset by KOT Charting, stitched on 18 count white Aida with the called for DMC. I was absolutely gutted because I got to here and I ran out of 740 and I was about 1,500 stitches away, so I had to go and go to a local shop and spend, I think it was £1.30 on a DMC skein of 740 just so I could finish it. Well, shop local, shop small businesses anyway. So that is that one. Next we have another finish, although this one was technically finished in 2024, but we're gonna go, and that is Sunrise Laguna Mermaid, which is a Nora Corbett. Again, picture of what it looked like before, and I'll put a picture up of what it looked like as at the 31st of December, and then this is it finished. Oh, look at her. Oh, she is so beautiful, and she's so sparkly with all the pretty beads. This is stitched on a 16 count Aida called Bring Me Sunshine by KOT Charting. Absolutely love this. Let me get my board. So, yes. This green in the corner, this purple, and then this dark blue, they are all Karen water lilies, and in all honesty I don't think it brings much to the piece, and I would have quite happily swapped them out for DMC. So if you're considering using the Karen water lilies, I would see how many stitches you've got in the chart, because these little leaves, they're not bulk enough to see the variation. I mean, the corners maybe, but I don't think it was worth it, personally. That is my personal opinion. You may feel differently, but personally I didn't think it was worth it. So yes, that is done. She had, what did she have? She had 26 days in 2023 and then 5 days in 2024 to get her finished. So 8,765 stitches in 2023 and 675 stitches in 24, plus the back stitching and the beading. So yes, I don't know if you can tell, but I wasn't paying attention. So these flowers here with the beads, don't have stitches behind them, but this one I accidentally filled in the flower behind, so I've stitched the beads over the stitching, whereas that is just straight onto the Ada. I don't know if you can tell if there is any difference, but absolutely loved beading this. Not a huge fan of the chart, but that is just because it is a paper chart, and I am very much a pattern keeper girl, so. But this was started before I had pattern keeper. Yes, she just needs to be fully finished now. I think I will get her professionally framed. It's just getting the time to go to the framers. So I'm gonna move that. Move that over there. Right. Then number 5 is In This Clan. This is a KLT charting chart. I don't have a cover picture because it's an adaptation of one of her other charts called In This House We Do Supernatural. So it's just a variation of that. I didn't centre this on the fabric correctly, so it's wonky off to one side. This had, where are we? This was started on the 2nd of September 2020. It had 9 days in 2023, which was 4,456 stitches. There we are. I'm not going to read that backwards. So far I have We Love Gifts, The Impala Is Our Baby, Driver Picks the Music, Shotgun Shuts His Cake Hole. That's supposed to say We Believe, Angels Are Dicks, Family Don't End It With Blood Because We Are Hunters. And this was mostly stitched when Myth and Magic Stitch Wars came back, which I'm very happy with. So I'm hoping that this one will be a finish. This year it will be solely stitched during the Myth rounds because it's good bulk stitching. This is stitched on an 18 count Ada by KLT Charting in the colourway Kerry's Eye. So it's only stitched with 2 colours, both DMC. Oh, I am making a mess down here. Sorry. Next we have number 5 was In the Clan. 6. Ooh, Dark Queen of the Seas. Loved this project. This was a main focus in the start of 2023 to get it done before the Bella Filipina retreat in May. I did manage to get all the stitching done before the retreat. I didn't get the back stitch or the beading done, but I did that after. So this was started on the 30th of December 2020 and I finished her on the 14th of June 2023. If you've been here before, you will know I went for the nudie version, so if you do not want to see boobies, then please look away now. If not, oh, I can't get all in frame. There we go. Oh, she's so beautiful. Oh, I love her so much. Absolutely love her so much. I didn't stitch the corners up here, and we had a choice of magic or a skull, so I went with magic here, but then I did stitch the skull in her tentacles, and I have absolutely loved stitching this. This is stitched on a 32 count Lugana called Bewitched by Under the Sea Fabrics. and she is absolutely stunning, and I absolutely love her, and I named her Lucretia. So we are going to get her professionally framed. I just love all the sparkle in there. Oh, I thought I couldn't see my initials, but I've put her initials, my initials here. So it just sort of merges in. But absolutely love her so much. So, yes, she had 80 days and I did 24,071 stitches on her. Sorry, I've just had a message from my sister, who I know doesn't watch this, so. Oh, right, she's currently on a hanger because I need to get her finished. I need to get her framed. Yes, 24,071 stitches, not including the beads, and I don't think that includes the back stitch. I think it was just the full stitches. After that we have Pandemic, which is, oh sorry, Dark Queen of the Seas is by Autumn Lane Stitchery. Next we have Pandemic, which is a Long Dog sampler. I couldn't find my printout of the cover, so cover picture here. I started this on the 5th of December 2020. I thought I started earlier than that. I thought I started earlier than that. Yeah, 13th of October, sorry. 13th of October 2020 is when I started this. And it's a huge piece of fabric. I started in the bottom left hand corner, and that is as far as I have got. This is stitched on an 18 count Ada, 18 count Ada called Blood Moon by KLT Charting, and it is stitched in DMC 704. It's just one colour. I'm gone monochromatic. Well, yeah, I can't say that. So again, I would like to try and make this a focus piece, but I don't know. This had, yeah, only 3 days and 1,015 stitches, so not a lot at all with that. Next we have Partridge in a Pear Tree. This is a chart by Joan Elliott that I got gifted to by lovely Jen, not Cross Jen. That is what it will look like when it is done. This is stitched on a 32 count silver grey, just a Zweigart, and this is where we are. So this was started on the 5th of December 2020. It only had 6 days and 1,000 stitches on it. So, yes, I love stitching this. All called for DMC and Krynic. I would like to make this a focus piece, but I've said that about multiple other projects, so they can't all be focus pieces. Just dropped it. Yeah, I'm just gonna do that. Next we have Mason Jar lineup. This was started on the 31st of December 2020, finished in the first week of January 2023. This is a picture of what it will look like. I don't have this. This was gifted to a work colleague. It was a late Christmas present. Turned it into a cushion. So all the pictures will be on your screen at the moment. 5 days stitching in January 2023. All of it was backstitch and French knots. So done and then turned into a cushion. Next we have Kaleidoscope Cat. This is by KLT Charting. I have stitched on this one in 2024. Not a huge amount of stitching, but anyway. This got absolutely no love in 2023. Any progress you see will be in 2024. And this is what it looks like. Where's my board? I absolutely hate this fabric. It is so stiff. I'm hoping that once I wash it, it will be a bit softer and I won't hate it so much. But this was originally started as a gift for a work colleague who has now left work. So once I have finished it, I don't actually know what I'm going to be doing with it. This is a needle minder gifted to us by Jen, and it is her cat PJ. So there, yes. This is just an 18 count Ada that I got from the charity shop. I think it's from the same batch that Giraffes at Sunset was on, where I stitched on that quite a bit. It softened it up and it wasn't too bad by the end, but this fabric is horrible. So I'm going to wash it. Hopefully that will soften it up a bit, but if it doesn't and it's still horrible to work with, I'm not going to be that upset if I have to UFO it. Again, no love in 2023 and 1,000 stitches so far in 2024. Next project we have is Tribal Turtle, again by KLT Charting. This had, again, no love in 2023. This is what it will look like once it is finished. This is stitched on a sparkly piece of hand dyed by KLT Charting called Dragon's Egg, and I am using KLT Charting threads as well. The green is called Riverbank and the orange is called Mandarin Magic, which I can't find anywhere. So that is there, and you can see the sparkle. So yes, I have a lot, considering I don't like leaving hanging threads, I have a lot of projects with hanging threads on. Yeah, 18 count Dragon's Egg by KLT Charting. So next we have Happy Halloween. Again, this is a KLT Charting chart, and this was started on the 13th of September 2022. Ooh, 2022, and it had 6 days on it last year. That is what it will look like. So this is stitched on a piece of 18 count KLT Charting fabric called Heatwave. and that's as far as I've got. You can see some white, that is glow in the dark thread, and that will be the cobweb. I need to get some more of this thread. It's called Hocus Pocus, and again it's a chaotic charting thread, but that is all that I've got left, and I still need to do the whole word happy. I'm just waiting for that to come back into stock, and then I can get this done, because this was a WIP Go call for February 24th, so I need to get on that. And there's the glow in the dark thread. So that's 6 days and 985 stitches in 2023. Next project we have is Herica, and if you know, you know. And Herica Hippo, chaotic charting. This was stitched on, I think it's just an 18 count Ada, and that is as far as I've got, just a white 18 count Ada, and this is going to be frogged, and I'm going to restart this at the end of the month at the Southampton Cross Stitch Retreat. So yes, she is going to be restitched on a piece of Erica fabric, because when I started this I didn't have any of Erica's fabric, but so I need to restart her at the end of the month. So. And I'm not going to go into that because I would cry, and I don't want to cry. So moving on, she got no love in 2023, but she will be restarted at the end of the month. Next we have, so all of these, so Happy Halloween, Herica, and the next 4 were all started in September 2022, which is when Kim at Chaotic Charting was doing a head-to-head battle challenge game, and I have a lot of projects that we started during that month that I haven't got around to doing anything on, so I would like to get some progress on them this year. Right, the next project was started on the 20th of September 2022, and it is the Christmas jumper duo, which is Ollie Owl wearing a Presley Penguin jumper and Presley Penguin wearing an Ollie Owl jumper. This is stitched on an 18 count, I think it's an 18 count chaotic charting fabric called Peace on Earth. There we go, Peace on Earth. It was an Advent exclusive to one of Kim's Advent calendars. It is beautiful. So we've got the start of Presley's jumper, and that's Ollie's hat. So, okay. Again, got absolutely no love in 2023. Next we have the Dragon Spirit Guide, again by Chaotic Charting. Absolutely love that. This is stitched on a 20 count black Ada, and again got absolutely no love in 2023, and I don't even know which way this goes, so I think it's this way. I think that's the top. So that is as far as I've got. Absolutely no love in 23. We'll hopefully get some in 24. Next we have That's It, the Shire, which is That's It, I've had enough, I'm off to the Shire. I've already stitched one of these that was That's It Lallybroch, which is an Outlander quote, so I was very happy. So this is stitched on 20 count white Ada using a DMC variegated, but I'm not exactly happy with how it's showing up on the fabric, so I have a feeling I'm going to frog this out and restart it with some hand dyed fabric. So that's all I got, so it won't be a huge amount to pull out if I do decide to frog it. And again, no love in 2023. Next we have a Kaleidoscope Unicorn. This got one session in 2023 and 407 stitches. I actually pulled this out for the last few days and have been working on this, so there has been a little bit more progress than what it should be in 2023, but not a lot. So I've only finished this leg the last couple of days, the rest of it was done. And I think I only did like a little bit in the leg in 2023. So these are good for block mindless stitching. This is an 18 count Ada. I originally got the kit for this, and in the kit came with 14 count Ada. I do not like stitching on 14 count Ada, so I've just swapped it out for some 18 count. Next we have Hobbit meals. This was a chart, this is a chart by Circus Stitches. Now I've finished this in 2023, originally started on the 24th of October 22, finished on the 16th of May 23, and it had 4 days of stitching to get that finished. If you have been here with me for a while, you will have known this was actually a restart. I originally stitched it on a different piece of fabric and mostly in this green. So I had the B and half the R stitched, and I did the rest of breakfast, but when I picked it up it was in the evening, it wasn't the best light, and then next day when I came in from work and I started stitching it, I realised that I'd picked up the wrong green. Oh no, the wrong green was put in the project bag, so I just stitched with it thinking that is the green that it was supposed to be, but I had obviously put the wrong green in the project bag. So when I saw it the next day, the half of the R and the rest of the word breakfast and the line underneath was done in a completely, but not a completely different green, it was just a slightly lighter green. So I did try and unpick the B and the R, but I hated the fabric anyway, so I frogged it, scrapped it, and stitched it on this. This is a piece of 18 count Ada in the colourway Balthazar by Chaotic Charting, which is again a Advent exclusive, and it is stitched with DMC 3818. The original chart had said supper and dinner, so I swapped the words dinner and supper around to be more of to be more in line with the book and the movie. So yes, that's that. This one will be framed and hung up in my kitchen when I can be bothered to frame it. Next we have, is a start and a finish. Started in February. It took me 2 days. We started it at the cottage. A few of us went away, booked a cottage, went away for a weekend, and most of us decided to stitch this little freebie chart that's was called Among Friends, and it was by Mod Stitch. And this is stitches are always among friends. So this was stitched on a piece of 18 count Summer Shenanigans fabric, which is part of Erica's stash. So fabric, hence why we did a friends, one about friends. And on the other side is another project that I started in 23, and it's called Hippos Are Christmas AF, and it is stitched on the other part of this fabric. This was a freebie that was in the Stitch Mania group, which is now unfortunately closed down. I did swap out the lettering because I didn't like the lettering that was originally there, so I've put this, I changed it to that. This was started on the 20th of August 23, which was the anniversary of Erica's passing, so it was a good memorial piece for her. And it will be turned into either a mini cushion or a Christmas ornament. Same with that. That one will be either a mini cushion or an ornament. But I love this fabric. It's green and orange. Oh, it's so pretty. So, detoured a little bit. After that, just a couple more. So that's all those. Next is Mayari, which is a Bella Filipina. The picture that I'm going to show you is missing her face. So I'm going to put a picture up on here. The packaging got stuck on her face and ripped her off, so I will insert a picture. And that. So this was started at the Bella Filipina retreat. It is still in a Q-snap. I'm not going to take her out. I did work on her last night. But in 2023, she was started on the 12th of May. She had 3 days, which was 2,354 stitches. And this is where she is at. And so this is a 32 count even weave called Supernova by Sparklies. So most of that was done last year, but this white and the little bit of light blue and this black was done last night. But the rest of it was done in 2023 at the retreat. I would like to get a bit more done of this before I go back to the Bella retreat in May this year. I know that she won't get done. I have learnt from last year not to focus on one project, because that's what I did with the Dark Queen of the Seas. I wanted to get her done, finished before the Bella retreat, and I worked on her pretty much solidly for 4 months and it burnt me out. It burnt me out so much. So last year after that, I just didn't do as much as I would have liked. So I have learnt I am not going to focus on one project and just do what I can. If I get bored, I'm going to move on. Although I absolutely love my Dark Queen, she did burn me out a little bit. So lessons have been learnt and we shall not repeat. So I'm so glad she's done. And then my last project is to rule them all. It is a Circus Stitches chart. This is what it will look like when it's done. This is stitched on a 20 count black Ada. It had 10 stitchy days in 2023, which was 1,716 stitches. So this is stitched with DMC Etoile 725, so the camera's not picking it up, but it is sparkly. This is sparkly. Absolutely love this, but I can't do too much on it because the Etoile can be a little bit frustrating. And that is all my stitches. That is all my projects for 2023 and a little bit of 2024. Last year I managed 81,330 stitches for the whole year. The year before that I did just over 100,000, so I was aiming for that, but as I said, Dark Queen sort of burnt me out a little bit, so I'm hoping I've learnt from that and I won't get burnt out by focusing on one project again. So far this year I am not meeting my monthly target, but January was horrendous for work, so January was just a write-off anyway. I don't want to go into plans because as I said, I don't want to do a lot of this is what I want to do, I want to do this, this and this, because as I said, if I plan and then I don't meet them, I get very disappointed in myself, which is silly really, but you know how that is. So the only plans I have made for this year is to do one stack a month of the Plum Street samplers stacks. So January's was Foxview. I have finished that one, so when I do my next proper Flosstube, I will show you the start and finish of that. It did sort of roll into February by a few days. 2 days. 2 days. But it's what it is. The one that I'm starting for February is Cowpile. I've got most of the threads, so I can start that one in the next few days, I think. At the moment I am doing 1,000 stitches on my Kaleidoscope Unicorn, and then once I've done 1,000 stitches on there, I will probably start my Cowpile. Apart from that, I really don't want to say, because last year in my 2023 WIP parade, I said, oh, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that, and I had so many grand plans and I didn't stick to 90% of them. The one thing that I did do was I wanted to finish Dark Queen of the Seas, which I did. I would see, this is making me making plans. I would like to finish in this clan this year. and Herica. I would like to get to 50,000 stitches on Middle Earth map, but again, if I don't, I'm not gonna be disappointed with myself. I'm just gonna go with how I feel, what I want to stitch on. I have signed up. I am doing WIP Go this year. I didn't do it last year. I don't know if that's part of the reason why I lost my stitcher bug as well. So January's calls was 22 and 9, which is 1,000 stitches on Kaleidoscope Cat, which I have done, and the other one, number 9, was 1,000 stitches on Herica, which I will get done at the end of the month. So that will be January's goals met. Then February's numbers called was 3 and 24. 3 was 1,000 stitches in this clan, which I should be able to do most likely in March, because the next round of Myth and Magic Stitch Wars starts in March, so I will pull that out for there. And number 24 was 1,000 stitches on Happy Halloween. I am waiting for some thread to come back into stock before I can order that and get that one done, and then that will be February's WIP Go sorted. So I should be able to get those 3 done in March, by the end of March. March's ones haven't been called yet because it's only the 13th of February, so I don't know what March is. You never know, I may be caught up by the end of March. I doubt it. So that is WIP Go. I am doing Stitch from Stash. It's going very poorly at the moment, but I blame the retreat that's coming up at the end of the month. So I did have a 3-year plan, so I wanted my projects to not go over the 3 years. So far, that's not been achieved. So the ones that should have been finished and completed by their birthdays in 2023 were Sunrise Laguna Mermaid, which I finished in January 24. So that went over by, should have been finished in August, and it was finished in January, so 5 months. It went over by 5 months. Next we have Pandemic. Pandemic was started on the 2nd of September 2020, so really should have been finished by the 2nd of September 23. That didn't happen, so I would like that done this year. Again, if it doesn't, I'm not going to be too disappointed, but I would like it done this year. And with Myth and Magic Stitch Wars coming back, I think that is a possible to get done. Next is Pandemic. Pandemic is like 74,000 stitches, and I am currently only on 6,457, so I'm at 8%. That's not going to get done this year. And the last one started in 2020 was Partridge in a Pear Tree. Again, that is a paper chart. That is not going to get done this year. I would like to get it further along, maybe get half of them done, so up to 6, whatever number 6 is. Get that done, but again, that one's a paper chart, so it takes me a little bit longer, and I get frustrated more easily with it being a paper chart, because I've tried to get into Pattern Keeper, but it's just not happened. My only other project started in 2020 was Dominic, the Christmas Donkey, which again is going to be a restart, so I'm going to take that one off, and Middle Earth Map. Where that's a full coverage, I have given myself 5 years to get that one done, So that one needs to be done by the 10th of May 2025. If I don't make that a focus piece, it's not going to get done by that date. I doubt it will get done by that date anyway. I have no projects from 2021. All of them have been finished. So my next projects are starting May 22. So I have until May 2025 to get them done. Most of those are from the KLT charting challenges, so they're not going to be that difficult to finish if I just sit down and actually do them. So hopefully I will get some good stitching in this year. I am planning to become more regular on Flosstube, because the last couple of years it has been hit or miss whether or not I've been doing it. I say I'll come back on this date and I haven't. So I am going to make sure I come back regularly, at least once a month. Hopefully I can do maybe every other week, every 2 weeks, but we shall wait and see. I would love to get to 500 subscribers by the end of 2024. I have reached 300, which I am so happy about. That one snuck up on me. So in my next regular Flosstube, I will be doing a giveaway. So stay tuned for that. Yes, I think that is it. We'll go with that. I will say thank you very much for watching. I hope you liked what you see. If you did, then please subscribe if you haven't already, and I will hopefully see you soon for a regular Flosstube update. Bye!